Sorry, we're trying not to cuss.
Yes.
Charles.
Hey, Charles.
So, Future X is coming along, and
Did you do vocals this weekend?
Charles, I am very interested in knowing your availability weekend after this one. If not, let me know what you got so we can get that in. Do you want to check? Okay. So it's the wife thing. Yeah. Okay. Joe tentatively sounds like he has that available. So weekend after next. Yeah.
Labor Day.
So maybe. Did you listen to the recording I sent you? See that email? Then that's a no. And that's fine. That's funny. Good to know. Good information. Do you
Also,
want to listen to it?
yes,
I would like to play it.
Also, remember, we're not doing anything Thursday this week because down at the Trails End is the
I did.
Johnny Mendo and the Lugner.
It's at Trails End.
Yeah, it's the free Thursday night. My parents are going. Karen and her friend Ollie are coming with me. You have to go down, try down there. So down there. Thanks.
I want to put more effort in what I know.
Just like just random on afternoon day, or you talking about like actually?
I want to just go do an open mic or get a half an hour slot in some odd time where it's not going to be causing a problem for their business. And what I want to do is bring a small set to the equation and not move the doors off, just show
Stuff.
So Crosby was over here on Friday night. That was a good seeing you, Crosby. He's played the Trails End a lot, and so we have to do our own set. So it's going to have.
Oh, you're talking about the bar. Oh, I thought you were talking about the wagon wheel.
You're talking about that.
Yes.
Okay, that's why I was like thinking it's small.
No. They're playing at the wagons.
Okay.
The Trails End Museum, or what they call it. At the end of the Oregon Trail, right there.
You guys don't mind? You're going to be there?
Yeah.
So I would just bring a chair. So,
There's my amp. Just like that's the band up there, so we'll pick up here.
all right. I'm gonna play the recording of Future X I got. So, anybody out there on the internet world, this is a cool little first. I hope you enjoy it. It's not mixed. It's very rough, and there's many components that have not been added to the equation yet. So you're basically just reviewing it with us. Don't make decisions off sound levels. The guitars aren't going to sound like this. The vocals are going to sound like this. The drum changes. Except a lot is going to change in terms of the mixing of the song. My mom will be okay with it. There's no cursing in it. And the lyrics are discernible. You know, it's not rah rah rah. It's not aggressive. So I think we can get a wider audience. Joe, in his software, switched the speaker cabinet emulator on that tone through 5 or 6 different options, and it wildly changes the guitar tones around. Like, it can be more. So we were talking about it a little bit today, and the idea is to smooth out a little less crunchy and smooth out the guitars a little bit. So I'm intending to have a third round of drum beats. That's going to come after backup vocals are in and after lead instruments are in. I'm not sure if the lead instrument is going to be a guitar yet, a baritone guitar, probably a baritone guitar, or even possibly a piano. Probably not the synth, but it is a possibility too. But after those things are added, I'm going to come back and take a closer look at the drums. And there's 2 things. You know, what can be improved? What does improvement mean? And then I'm bringing it up because if you want to listen to a song at this type of stage and figure out, like in the front, right? In the front, he added a couple of things, right? But what really are the coolest, most doable things that really could be in that section? There's a couple of months of time where you can review it and look at that, and weigh it against what you do, and weigh it against what this cool fucking Foo Fighter drummers does, and then we can make a final decision. We can make a final decision in a couple of months, but that's the thing you got to realize. I'm gonna listen to this song 1,000 fucking times before it's distributed, literally. And
Hey Charles, can you do me a favor real quick? Can you please say out again? I'm sure they've seen it.
yeah,
Charles is here. Don't worry.
Charles went to a nice cold
Oh, you don't have
Powerade,
to come sit down. Just say
a sugar-free cold Powerade, sure.
See, now we can talk about stuff that he's
When I'm off camera,
nothing. We said nothing.
when I'm off camera and you guys are sitting in your little chair together like that, you could go to like a Wayne's World thing, and you're like one character and you're the other character, and you have to talk to the camera and the fourth person when you do that. You know, tell the audience hi, say your typical funny jokes. I mean, you guys can just sit there and giggle and say traditional. I'll watch. And that shit be fun.
You got to show the camera.
So people would
Do things for money. Yellow.
It's like, who people want to do things because they get paid to do it? And Garcelle dressed out in a pencil dip. Hit the show. And he eats some chips Doritos. Although there's some rumors out there that none of the bands have signed. We still got plenty of tickets for sale. None of them are going to show up.
Probably.
We have some flavor to it. Just got really they're not a grape. It's also the most popular flavor. These ones last me a couple of weeks. The other one, the blue one I had, no, dude, this is $3,500. Blah blah blah. It didn't last me 2 weeks max. And I don't puff on it much. I'll leave it at home, and I'll puff on it when I'm watching TV or whatever.
Speaking of Puff, have you seen the new Puff Magic Dragon?
Really? Yeah, no.
I think
Is there any Puff the Magic Dragon?
probably.
Why don't you guys
But they should ask us
check
to
it
do
out
the
and
music
let us
for it.
know?
Yeah. 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 Magic Dragon. He's a
It's a comic
magician
magician
in Vegas.
thing.
He's
When we going to Vegas?
kind of losing his luster.
Puff the Magic.
Dive Magic Dragon.
Dive in the magic. It's a
Down between her.
Dive.
It's a warm and tasty
Dive into the magic buffet.
wherever you go.
I
You're gonna
want you to
smell.
know.
You're gonna smell. I want you to know you're gonna smell it.
Dive in the muffin. Swim around. Oh boy. Um, I'd like to get our drum offs done. I'd like to do after that 145 Blues and Stand By Me. And I'm missing a piece of the Stand By Me puzzle that I will fix over the next week or two. It's the end part, the whenever you're in trouble, won't you stand? Like that little phrase. Like for some reason, A, I don't have the proper phrase ingrained in my head. B, I can't place it. Like, but I don't think there's an alternate music line. I think it's just the same progression. That's just where you put it in. But I haven't figured that out yet, and I'm not going to figure that one out today. But I think we can quickly get that piece of music onto a comfortability. Okay, so come back to that. I figured it'll probably be good for just play it just one more time. I guess I say that because I'm on working. Instead of like go over there and just play something that we don't want to play and sound cool. So it's like I'm choosing to go into these two pieces that are solid. It's kind of desiring to make them solid. So we're doing working on that shit.
True. Although that being said as well, we do have a different mic this time. Obviously, they're stuck to get the sounds that
didn't apply on PC because of what I explained. So yes, so it's closer to us as we're talking, and they're giving it more juice in here. And for a while, that was it was making that green light come on, which I think is good.
Reads okay, that's
But that wasn't coming on at all, and it was like in a 9 o'clock position before. So that's changed. This has changed over here, so I'm pretty sure people can hear us talking out there today. Can you hear us talking?
yes.
Let us know in the comment section.
Actually, good.
And then I don't think that we were necessarily clipping last week also. Like the sound wasn't clipping. The drums were still way higher than the rhythm section. And I don't think that's a matter of us just turning up our instruments.
I like that. Let me hear me.
I don't think it's just a matter of turning up our instruments though.
We should turn the drums down.
Right? I've deemed that damn fucking impossible. But you know, that is your drum manager, so if you have the ability to do that a little bit, go for it. Jared mentioned, Jared, if you're watching, thank you, to put this in a container. And so I've been trying to like just ponder a creative container that can go over it and not actually touch it. Like for example, I could easily put a box like this over the top, but really the box is sitting on that and being so close to a microphone, if the wind's making it just kind of brush along that, is it going to be picking that up or not? I don't know. I didn't want to find out. But like something like this, right?
Get that hard surface.
To do anything to sound, right? Or lots of directional.
Do a flat surface.
Out. The thing is this.
It's a great looking lamp.
The thing is this. Is that
I almost feel like I'm in a movie.
I feel like
Pacific Christmas movie.
I think you gotta go with that right there, and we'll figure out what happens, and probably do hard surfaces next week because it won't work.
Or we go half without and half with, and we hear.
I'm not a fan of that, although I need to realize that maybe it's possibly the right thing too. I'm not a fan of it. But I think I have a solid argument against that. And it's just,
There's also another difference this week too, is you put the foam piece on it, but it's not last week too, so that in itself is not going to work as well.
phone was on it.
Is that tradition?
That's tradition. Excellent.
I want to only make a couple variable changes each time is the thing. So I made one little change. I got a little light over there now,
I saw that when I walked in. Yeah.
and I moved the mic. I made a couple of adjustments there. It's just my mind can rationalize that. It's a valiant little effort. It might only equate to 10% better sound, or get worse. And then I'll make a small change next week. Definitely flat surfaces will be.
And eventually, in a year and a half, and I will have a full-on professional recording studio here and fucking sound kits.
Absolutely.
Pretty soon, we're gonna have foam on the walls. We're gonna have a sound booth.
We have soundproof.
We have the helmet USS Enterprise.
No, we're gonna figure out how to do it marginally with not having to have all that shit. Just kind of do what we got. Because if we had modest sound and only a black and white room, and the only thing that was showing on the camera was this portion of my elbow going like this when I'm playing. And maybe you can see
Going like what?
maybe you can see your sock through the distant on a drum thing.
But you want your arm is doing what?
To me, that would be fucking metal if the sound was good. And so I just, yeah, you're right. We're going to slowly make some little changes and have decent sound. It's going to be blah, blah. And through that, we're also going to be entertaining the World Wide Web. And the World Wide Web will be keeping us see what I did there. Who's going to do it? Who's first?
Charles. This can be your easy listening jazz drum offset. Yeah. So your motivation is to be the best easy listening smooth jazz. Smooth jazz.
Smooth
That
jazz.
elevator good.
Smooth jazz. So here. Time for drum offset. This is the portion of our broadcast where we each do a minute drum to kind of just get our heart rates up and start moving. Charles is going first, and his motivation as the word is I added a little variable. I had this thing right, basically I was watching the little green light up, and I had it basically right on where the green light was just being dancing with it. All right.
James Pepper, ladies and gentlemen. As soon as you hit it first, I'll
my career. It's only about refreshing.
Easy. Not very good.
Nice. I like that transition kind of thing you ever did.
Football.
Huh?
Nice transition.
Oh. This is fun sounding to any person that comes across even what we're doing right now. Cool though they don't, right? But for us, it's training. It's cool. It's fun to train. Ultimately, after we're holding the rhythm down with sound control for a while, I want you to hold the rhythm down and I want to play leads. And I want to trade off. I want to hold the rhythm down and I want you to play funky fucking leads. And I kind of want to go back and forth. And not all of it today. I just want to kind of like establish that foundation. You were spreading your wings just from what we were doing there, and that was fucking great. It's perfect for spreading wings. So that's the little foundation of it, and we'll trade it off here and there, beats and shit, funky folk gator stuff, and have a little fun with it. It's cool. But you want any? You got where I'm at? Get there. EAE, and then I hold this B. And I hear you.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was our rendition of Enter Sandman by Black Sabbath. That's not that version. It's slightly different. Very similar though. Definitely in the same realm of music and shit. what you want. Baby, never been so far. It doesn't matter if you like it or not. I'm gonna do whatever I want. If you wanna do life right, you gotta do it for your mother. Yeah, you gotta do it for yourself. It doesn't matter if you like it or not. It doesn't matter if you like it or not. It doesn't matter if you like it or not.
So we went 2 rounds through that progression. And that's when I split up here to that riff, right? And we did that the down way, and at some point we stopped it and we did it the up way, right? Right. Which is what I was talking about a week or 2 ago. We did that. That little down and up piece is kind of a special little progression of music for me with my past. And so I like it in there. It seems like it's working. And what happened today is I started putting my favorite lyrics in that song, which is that part is, doesn't matter if you like it or not. I just love it. And the thing is those notes that I'm playing there, that is exactly what that is. It's E and it's half steps down 4 notes. So that progression of lyrics works in there actually rather well. And I can switch from playing it up here down to switching up on the A string, basically, the A string, because that's where it starts, like when we're really playing it in a loop. And what that also means is when we decide to come out of that, we can hit that C really fucking hard and just come in the back half of another loop to like finish the song at some point. So, and to me, that's all. I won't forget that shit. So, and all of a sudden, it feels like a new song. Like I can see the completion of the song. Yeah, because the way we did it, there was no way to connect one loop after another loop after another loop. And yeah, do you do 3, do you do 5, do you do 9? And right now, we did 2 loop, and then we went into that thing, and we can make sure that thing lasts pretty long, gets pretty heavy and badass. So, the 2 loop is like a minute and a half, 2 minutes, and then you got this thing that's a minute and a half. And then we can catch for the ending of the song, we can catch this like 500 times. Just the if you wanna do life right, you gotta do it for your motherfucking self. And you wanna do life right, you gotta do it. Like we can end that on a progression of almost getting heavier, bigger each time. I think 5 minutes is 3. 5 minutes is 3. With no bigger note. Big. Small note. So 7. Big progression of 13. 13, so we might have to play really easy. We could do it. Not low vocals, and then we can do double low vocals. We can do a little guitar. Alright, so we're in the 3 pieces of music. What's our drum on? You guys push out another piece of music. Jam, or do you want me to play something? What do you want to play? Beat Man? Get it out of the way so we can do it. What? Get it out of the way so we can We've never played. We have one. We haven't. Have we really ever played Beat Man? Nothing. We just start Beat Man song. Not as long. No, not. Well, we've never done that. But I mean, just at all in our play, all the time. We've never just played full one time. You know what I mean? So we're gonna do. Started out some Beat Man.
Going to my favorite store. Take a ride past my house. Now I'm in the front door. Open it up. I go and smile. Do you know what I'm here for? I'm on that.
We're about to be possessed.
You are
Pretty well intro. Oh yeah, I guess so.
I'm curious to know what this happened like tonight. Could you read that for us? I did make some, for the record, some changes to the drum offs, Chris and Charles, to the input level on the Focusrite Scarlet. Trying to watch the little pink green light to see when it was coming on in relationship to the rhythm. And I kind of wonder if that's the key of getting better root sound out of this microphone system here. And maybe it was actually too low last week. It's a good chance it's too low tonight, too. Check, check. All right. Should probably check that. So the Stand By Me song. For some reason, I like doing that mid section, typically as an instrumentalist, so I like to do it with vocals, and I like bellowing it out the second time around. And that was captured on camera 10 years ago.
We don't need to drag it out.
Huh?
I like how you jump into back into the scene.
Yeah, get right in. So all we need to do is just, I need to figure out how to tackle the tail of that right. And then repetition. The My Way, My Life. I'm gonna want to change the title on it. I was just thinking, there's even a Billy Joel song. It's a common song. People. He's pretty aggressive. But the thing, okay, so the big question is, Monday night, Monday practice. What can you do with one practice a week? Can you progress at all? Are you stagnant and just maintaining material? And I think the answer is you can progress it once a week. In fact, we're showing examples of it tonight by playing my way, the way we are incorporating the part by playing Stand By Me for the second time.
Still.
Too early. I don't even chances are you're very right. It's just and part of me wonders if better solutions. See, the thing is I want to do this in a way that I want to find out what the sweet spot of no budget and not extremely high expectations, but I want the expectations to be everything is very discernible and rocking. But I want to get to that level with this low budget. Because if you think about it, right, you plug in a second mic, you put the two cabs together, and like both of those, you would relocate them, right? Do we put it? Huh?
Do we decimal system?
No, that's a library. Do you do one mic up high and catch PA vocals? Do you put the two cabs together, do one on them, and then some this? And then if you're doing that, you might as well fade them into one of those, soundboards. And
So-
all that sounds good.
So what we do, you really want to spend that $2 million.
Yeah,
Not on the budget.
got that. Breaking my back.
Even if we did that, we wouldn't know how to use it or do it yet. So the truth is, we have lots of stuff, and so how do we use what we got? And yeah,
You know, that's the drill.
So one way to combat that,
we got this thing. We got that.
one way to combat that is that you put everything through the mixer, mix it, and then you put it into your translator.
That's what I'm trying to say. I don't want to do that. I don't want to go to a mixing level. That's a whole other thing I'm totally scared of. So, one of you guys can jump in and be like, well, I can do the mixing, man. And I'd be like, probably less scared, but do you want to do the mixing? Do you have any mixing devices? Do you want to do the mixing? Do you have any mixing devices?
Mixing devices.
Hey, I've got a bread mixer. I got a bread mixer. Make a joke. So, but no, so that stuff's all done.
Because then it takes out the acoustic effect. Still have an area.
All that is what I'm trying to avoid. I really just want to plug in one maximum 2 mics, figure out a type of mic and the position. Because we know that can be done. We've all heard amateur bands that don't do stuff like this. So is putting a hard surface, is that going to deflect all of the tone range equally, or is it going to filter a higher or heavy?
I think there's a way to put something between the drums.
But let's go to the extreme and go get one of those plastic things that they have in churches. Try one of those.
Yep.
Even if they aren't.
It's amazing to me. It's that little tiny thing that's something years ago.
This is compressed. Got it built in.
I don't know if there's a way to plug this into your computer and use that as like into your video. You gotta pull up next time, just pull the file up first. Music doesn't have to work through that.
Well, or what about all those $50 to $100 music microphone devices they have underneath the glass? Or the little recording devices. Like, if that's the case, could we trade a couple other things in and get one of those?
$2.
That's $2. And that wouldn't be much.
It's like trading in baseball cards. Remember back in the day, trading in baseball cards? You think you got something, you're a kid, you get excited because you got a Barry Bonds card, and you go trade it in, and the captain will give you a dollar card. It just broke your heart. You looked up in the book and you thought it was worth like maybe $10 or something like that.
You looked up in the Beckett book.
Yeah. Beckett, yeah. I think it's cool. It does all kinds of stuff. You want backup, but there's a setting we put on. It sounds like you have backup. You have female backup vocals and everything. You have 3 males, you have 2. For the amount of time that I played with it years ago, it's pretty cool. I have not done anything with it more than 3 years. No, more than that. But it was cool.
What's your hideouts? Trying to get working. Microphone.
The other cool thing is too with that thing, you can plug your guitar right into it and it matches your guitar to your vocals. So you're in the same key or the same note. There's all kinds of stuff. That was at the time that was the top of the line music I was getting. Now I don't know what get $200 for that.
You need to play slow.
Yeah. The acoustic guitar do.
Are you going to be doing long script for us tonight? Let's do a little teeny not music review. Because we can't, right? YouTube viewers out there. I want to review the song Fly Away from Lenny Kravitz. But the problem is if I put it on Spotify and play it during this live podcast, I think they come to your house and they'll raid you and shoot all your family members dead on the spot. So I should do that, right?
Although I
Let's
do
the comments.
have a thing for listeners.
Huh?
I've got a thing for our listeners.
Uh,
Well, hello audience, YouTube world. If you can name the last song that we played before break, I got a prize for you. Give it away.
They want to know what the prize is
No, no,
to
no.
make sure it's worth it. I would, or I would get it.
Well, then that's
The prize would have to be worth it. And then
it's real simple. All I gotta do is play it back or wind it back.
I'd have to be confident that but you can't wind it back in a live broadcast.
Yes, you can actually.
I typically don't have a live broadcast I watch.
Yeah. But then when we post, it's not live.
Well, at that point, yes. I guess it's. Yeah, you talking to the current audience or the post audience? It sounds
I'm
like
talking to the audience.
you were talking to the post audience.
Yes. Anybody who watches this video, live or post, either way, we appreciate you doing that. Sometimes, people record shows because they're busy.
So I did listen to the beginning of the Lenny Kravitz Fly Away, and kind of goes to a little funkish, broke down rhythm riff. That's the vocals come in.
Yes, they're
Not necessarily the bass keeping that same rhythm,
No,
although
it's
that
not.
same rhythm is,
gets it done.
yeah.
But no, it's different completely. You're right, 100%. It's like a. Bow, bow, bow,
It sounds a lot like Seinfeld.
bow. A little bit, yeah. There's a couple, because I looked it up actually. There's a couple of slaps, slap, pluck. So it's that flea style, slap, pluck. Yeah, bow, 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 bow.
I'm really, really.
Give me a lot more credit for that, basically.
I'm so glad you chimed in there. I was going to chime in and be like, assume Charles' body and say,
What do you think?
what are we talking about with fucking pluck and slap what?
Thumb, pluck, thumb, ring.
What are you
Thumb,
doing?
ring.
I'm less playful.
Slap in the bass.
It looks like you're
Slap in the bass.
playing your nipple.
You gotta play it here. Slap in the bass. What movie's that from? Ooh, what movie's that from?
You're playing your nipple.
Slap in the bass.
Slap in the bass, though.
What movie's that from? It's fun.
Slap in the face. It's like right with it.
Okay, give me this. Who's the one saying that and doing the whole motion? I'll give that one to you. It's Paul Rudd.
Yes, it is.
Man, he's looking for his
Best
it's a movie
friend.
with his best friend. It's Jason Segel.
Jason Segel.
It's Tupac's ex-girlfriend's sister, Rashida Jones. She's in it. She's a good actress.
Any of you guys NBA fans?
So,
I played paintball this weekend against an MMA UFC co-champ,
Easy.
Max Holloway.
can't see his face, so I heard the name. Cool.
Featherweight.
Featherweight.
His lowest amount paid fight was actually Kids.
Lowest paid?
Yeah, this is
McGregor took it all.
on that 60,000. His highest paid was in Dennis or just for stuff. I watched him.
Did he fight which UFC?
Yeah, did he do any hand-to-hand combat on the paintball field?
Yeah. No, but the dude is athletic for sure.
It's like a parkour all over the course,
It
like
did
jumping on
not
stuff.
take him long to get the itch.
It's like people only do things because they get paid. Powerade, refreshing, hydrating. In supermarkets today.
If we have
Max Holloway was seemingly unbeatable at one time, unless I
Thank
might
you.
need to review some Max Holloway. I truly can't see him in my head like his fights, but it's a good chance I've seen him. Thanks for the comment, and thanks for being here. I've met Chuck Liddell at Vegas. I shook his hand, and I always wish I would have thrown a punch out.
Why did you wish that?
Because he would have countered, taken me out, and I would have made a lifelong memory that was fucking rad.
I think one of it was he by himself,
No.
and then probably one of his people might have messed you up.
Okay.
He might.
It's kind of familiar. With that.
Hey, there was a story that you had one time at a local Portland show that you did something pretty cool. Do you remember that?
He keeps losing now.
Somebody knows something.
He's losing now. That's all of it.
What was that cool thing that you did one
Why
time?
is he losing? How can he do better? What kind of changes do you think he should make?
What was that cool thing that you did at a show in Portland one time? There's a couple pictures of it there.
Oh, when I got up on stage with Mike Patton? Faith No More? Yeah. You know, the seas had parted, halfway appeared for me to step on a set of chairs in front of me, and then as long as I was balanced off the guy in front of me's shoulder, I'd be able to step up on the stage. And so I shoulder tapped him and requested permission using only hand signals that kind of went like this. And he said, we couldn't hear it. And so yeah, I moved forward to get on the stage, and I wasn't able to actually step up on the stage. I kind of ended up kneeling up on the stage. But once I got up there, and I looked to my right, looked to my left,
There was no one to be found.
except Mike fucking Patton. He was like 15 feet away. And he looks at me with his arms wide open, you know, like that C-band we don't say in the gym. Arms wide open. And so I just like ran over there as fast as I possibly could, and we embraced right there on stage at the Keller Auditorium with like 3,000 people watching. And he turned me to the audience, and he put the microphone up to my mouth. And you know what happens when that happens? I start to bellow. And so I did my bellowing in their song. And that lasted for about 10-15 seconds. And then turned away and kind of gave the nod. And then a security guy nicely escorted me off the stage and down the hallway, right back to my seat. Which the reason I went to the front of the stage, Mike Patton asked the crowd, "Why are you guys all sitting in your seats?" And that is kind of stupid in a Faith No More show, especially in Portland. And so I took it upon myself to get out of my seat and go to the fucking stage. I ended up on the stage. And then I ended up put right back in my seat. And then I went right back to the fucking stage. Why not? And finished the show. So the truth of it is I think I ruined the ending of the song. You can find this video on YouTube if you know how to search for it. And if you listen to the actual proper recording of the song, I think I threw the band off their game in their last 15 seconds. Cut it short. That's probably why Mike Patton's never reached out. Other than for
He called once and left a message, but you couldn't get a hold of him. You got his people blocked. That was it. That's funny.
I think what Max needs is 2 or 3 wins in a row to get back into momentum. He's lost in his most recent losses. I need 2 or 3 effort wins in a row to get back into it too. All right. How about Uriah Faber? Is Uriah Faber in Max Holloway's class?
Good question. Isn't Uriah? Who's the guy that's from Portland that was MMA guy? Pretty good guy from the college Russian.
There's lots of MMA people from Portland, right? Right? Let us know.
There was one guy that was like a good upper class heavyweight, not heavyweight maybe, but I don't remember his name. He was like from the restaurant or Trados.
You don't know who the buff dudes are. I mean, Step of Rocks. Because I've told you about the buff dudes. The buff dudes do buff dudes. Because they're kind of thing. But they do lots of funny fucking videos. And there's 2 of them, they're brothers. And they do the buff dudes. And I've watched a lot of videos of these guys fucking chopping wood, doing their diets, exercises. But I just realized through other videos they're right here from Portland too.
Really?
Yeah. Do you know who else is from Portland? One of the Dogecoin creators.
Yes, I am aware of that.
Are you guys holding Dogecoin out there? I'm still holding Dogecoin. It's going to go to the effing vote.
And Shiba Inu.
No, Shibu fucking is fun.
Better. I've got 25 million pieces of that.
But if Doge goes, Shibu's will go somewhere. And I still haven't gotten a damn XRP. XRP is where it's supposed to be at. My coworker Rich today said this weekend he was at a car show event and he showed me a picture of McLaren F1. And then he said, and then his guy's wife's car, and he showed me a picture of that, which was another fucking McLaren. And then he asked the guy, where'd you get your money? Or Bitcoin, jokingly, and the guy said yes. That his McLarens were paid for by Bitcoin.
Speaking of cars, in 2024 is the last year that they're making the Challenger Charger as a gas. What's it called? 2025, I've seen the prototype of what would be the Challenger SRT Hellcat, fully electric. The way this thing looks, it looks badass, and it's going to be fast as shit.
So we talked about
Yes.
how fast all the Teslas are, right? And the
Yes.
Plaid. Volume on your left. The latch button's a real fun button. Which will hold your button. And then you know which one's your fun knob, right? No, that's not the fun knob, that's the bitch. The fun knob's the big one over here on the right. But the problem is the one next to it is not the fun knob. So that's the fun knob, and that is definitely not the fun knob. So you have a fun knob?
Look at this.
Yeah, kind of looks more like a dude, that's pretty cool. I got about it. Are you gonna get one?
Maybe. I'm not a big electric car guy, but then I heard about this thing.
Uriah Faber's last fight was a loss in 2019. Wow, I didn't know that was his last fight. I think he's just coaching now. I see him in a lot of fighters' quarters during fights.
Dude, listen to this.
And this person RL says, please don't talk about Saturday's fight because I haven't seen it yet.
So listen to this. So the prototype right now,
That's it, team.
it's got 2 electric motors, each as much as 443 horsepower, which means it could have nearly 900 horsepower, and get up to 0 to 60 in 2 seconds.
Well, it better be faster than that.
Well, that's just right now. That's just what the. I don't know.
That's because they're doing a 2-wheel. Right?
Oh no, it's all-wheel drive.
The Plaid has motors on each wheel.
That's got you.
It does. Doesn't have one on each wheel.
And 500
Plaids
miles
don't
of driving.
have motors on every wheel. I just don't know. Movie quote time.
Okay.
They've gone to Plaid. Anybody?
Yes.
You can name that movie.
Yes. Here's my biggest beef always with the electric cars. They don't make any sound. You can't have a supercharged electric Challenger Charger with no sound. Here's what Dodge is doing though.
Making fix it to that sound, they can turn on through the fucking stereo.
They're going to create they want it because they want it to be loud. They're going to create a muscled up sound that intensifies based on how you're driving.
That's
So
already been done. Like there's already cars. The sound is piped in through the stereo system. That's already done, and you can change it and alter it to your liking.
estimated between 40 and 50 grand. I'm kind of actually really excited about this car.
Yeah, it'd be 150. RL works with Charles, so you know Charles, or you know the guy that's in China. The guy that's chatting with us works with you. His initials are RL.
Oh,
And he says Uriah Favor's last fight was lost in 2019. He thinks he's just coaching and he sees a lot of corners. And then he says, don't talk about Saturday night's fight. He hasn't seen it. So, and he says he works with us. Charles is playing the synth. I don't know if you can hear it up there. Here we go. Hi, Charles.
Hi. See you tomorrow.
So that sort of sounds like a blues song.
That knob is changing your tone or your patches. And that's the same thing with that other big wheel, right? So that big wheel will put you in families of sounds. And then if those lights are up, then those are fun buttons. So these are all oscillators. This, and this. So they'll all, and then this puts you in family like a vocoder, or like a organ, or like a, that's what that is. So you don't want to touch this because it will change your, both of these, fucking those. But it's pretty cool. The latch button. The latch button is one of my favorites. And then this button turns on the upgrade thing. So now, that can control that tempo, right? So you get it somewhere like that, and that's when you click this, and you get this sequencer coming up, and then you can chase the lights. And chasing the lights is pretty fun. Just doing different whatever. There's your tempo. And then future. Question for you, RL. When we were playing music earlier, could you discern any of it? Was it all just sound like drums? Could you hear any of the guitars or vocals? We're having audio problems that we're dealing with every time we do one of these broadcasts, we make slight little changes, trying to make it better. And the good news is, since you're commenting with us, you can hear us. So fucking A, dude, that's awesome. So that's good. But the question is can you hear us when we're playing music? And copy that on that we look like we're all playing left-handed.
We are left-handed.
Yeah, Charles says he's fucking left-handed sometimes when he's on broadcasts.
And when he wants some strange.
That's what it's about. Gotta get into that volume. Flip that metal thing up and there you go. Didn't change your sound, but now you got that sequencer option. That's like Pink Floyd right there. Yeah, that's like a rat counter. To me, that's an awesome shot. Like if I was just having it Yeah, we're definitely working on that problem. Today we put the microphone in a different location and also tried to muffle it. With this synth, I'm paying more attention to the tempo meter or decibel meter on my audio interface device. And I kind of wonder if me doing a better job being on top of that helps the overall sound come through. And I kind of wonder if that was a properly set level, if our overall band sound would come through a little better too. So I'm not sure on that. Sorry, I know a lot of people got it fixed and handled. But for us, it's a work in progress. And come back next week. Next Monday, we'll be here again. And it'll be a little teeny bit better. You should have heard the first one of these. It was like 100% terrible lighting. We appreciate you being here. The sound kind of sucks, and it's a weird video too. We're pretty amateur, obviously, but there's no fucking commercials, right? So yeah, just thanks for being here, period, man. Don't forget to smash the subscribe button, hit the like button, and ring that notification bell. We'll do another live broadcast next Monday for sure. Nice work, Charles. That's good on the set. That'd be a good position to turn to the camera and say hi. Hi. Almost. Your face is really dark still. Yeah, there you go. All right. 6:13. What did I have in my head I wanted to do? I was thinking about the suck song of Don Masses. And now I'm thinking about KTM. Suck song's fast, while Don Masses is too. YouTube. In the middle.
Be the one first.
And then I'm trying to think on the set list of the one thing we haven't covered for a while. I know we haven't covered Cornerstone for a little bit. Someday, Sexy. Unforgettable Price. And I think I'm all kind of not too wasted.
We've done it. We did that last week.
So,
I just like it with slower jump progression.
This guy's got great ideas. No commercials. You never hear just saying word for Great idea.
completely forgot pretty much everything from the very first riff of the heavy part I was on at the beginning of that, and somewhere I lost it in there. And so I completely missed moving it up to the low string. That whole part I was in something else, and then we kind of thought we'd better carry on the heavy side of the part for a while. And then we ended. Yeah. I lost my motivation, slow, dramatic, emo. Like I'm walking through the cemetery. Maybe I am. I don't know. I just know that I'm slow. To do is feelings and make fun of me and make me I know what to do is feelings they cut like a knife and make me wanna die. Like a knife, I'd rather burn alive. I don't know what to do. I don't know.
We shall see.
Okay, yeah, so it seems like you located some lower notes. Yeah, I like all that.
That's a little tricky.
Well, but pulling these lower notes there, that's noteworthy. The key is for us to hit this note on this 15th fret A string. That note is like but, we had a lot of moments during that last work again, so nice work. And it had a flow that equals KTM. It's for me, it's very, very walkable. I can just like the first little bit. Alright. Like anything works for me in this box that I'm finding.
The autumn leaves drift by my window. The autumn leaves of red and gold. I see your lips, your summer kisses, your sunburned hands, the ones I used to hold. Since you went away, the days grow long, and soon I'll hear old winter song. But I'll miss you most of all, my darling, when autumn leaves begin to fall. Need I feel deep inside of you? Heaven is a place, my friends. It exists in your head. My heaven is better than yours. Fix your head straight back. Come on, dude.
note that I was.
What was going on during the back half of that thing? I was trying to go proper speed in your Dragon, and it seemed like you really wanted to go Dragon. I was really wanting to go the other way. We were like, gonna do it.
I'm still unsure of the speed on that back half. I know the first half, and if the back half, I don't know if it's fast or same or what we do.
Pretty much the tempo that, I mean, it's not, you're not in your quarters through that. But as far as your other two things, those kind of same tempo.
Well, that's not the part I thought you were talking about the intro. That part, I don't know. Maybe I just missed it. I wasn't aware of that part. I thought you were talking about the intro.
We're on.
All right, that's all.
And I want to, we both know what we're talking about here, and I want to just, since we're this far into it, just make sure we're getting it all out. So dissecting parts. Heaven is a place, my friend, right? Blah, 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 blah. And on the Alive, which I think I surprised you, on the Alive, I like to go full distortion in my K chord. Alive, I feel tonight. Thank you for coming to the show. And then we get that jam instrumental part that we're together on, right? And it's always fun, especially now. It's fun.
Especially when I made those mental notes, I won't be able to.
Yeah, so I'll cue, just so we have little cues on that. So the very first note, it's E string stuff, but the very first note is this power chord that rings out, and he's waiting for my hand cue, and I'm holding my hand, and then you do the rundown. So that's 1 of 4, okay? So number 2 of 4 is all double bassing it, but he's cueing off me by that time. Okay, and then the last two go more rock style, and we're still cueing off each other. This. But that's not the right part I went into. But that little part has 4 parts, and those are kind of some of the things that we're doing. So let's do that together now, properly.
Just right.
And when we come out of it, just try and stay with me when we come out, because I'm pretty sure I'll be in the proper place. I think I found it. So. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, so 3, 2, 1. That was awesome. That's where definitely we need to be coming out of that part. And that part that we're working, the first part is awesome too. I mean, the dynamics of that fun personal for me. I know it's a little awkward the second time around, but the thing is the natural instincts are already there. It's not, so we do it live. I notice we get to that part that doesn't it? It feels good. So that tempo, yeah. So note that tempo coming out of it, right? Just keep the fucking progression going. And I do some really long, cool fucking shit there. And then we come out of it and we hit straight into the main chorus, which you're with us on already. And all those little things are A strings. All those little accents are A string things. So, dun, dun, dun. Yeah, there you go. And then the next time around, you're doing the bomb, which is bomb, bomb. Same note progression, C, B. C, B, A string, C, B. Either way, you here. Yeah. All right, so the first time we go through that, we cheat and we don't hit the hardcore parts of the song.
I could just not play it. While you do that.
It's possible, but I think you can also do certain combinations of really fucking cool things that will just make the roof go. So we go, well, what the fuck was that? It's so cool. Just work it out, man. It's all. And okay, so coming out of that part, we on the first time around cheating, we don't go for the heavy stuff, and we go straight to this A string lick. It's pretty fast, but it's pretty simple. All the note movements are half steps, and they're either one way or the other. So it starts on E string, or the E on the A string, which is 7th fret, A string. So I'm just doing little hammer-ons on the side. You could probably literally. Obviously, we're going to the A string, right? At that point, I move into full power chords because that's when the story starts. So the first time through that no vocals, and then after we go to the E and then back through it. And I'm power chording, and I get really strong.
We're here to rock the fucking house tonight. You're here to fuck us up. We're not gonna let that happen tonight. We're here to play some fucking metal. You're the one that sucks. Go away, get off of the phone. No, you're the one that sucks. Go away, stupid fuck.
So that's just like a Don Asses trick. It always is an A string first, and then it'll move up on us to the E. And during that part, if I do vocals, what I'm doing is I'm elongating like really, it's really hard to do for me. But so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start on the no hanger, the one that sucks. We're gonna go into that part, play through it, and then come out of that part back into that high A switch.
Stepper rocks.
Star Rocks.
Never rocks. Forget to subscribe. Hit the like button.
Check out one stuff.
So I'm pretty sure that most of the music is going to be blown out or one way or another disproportionate. But I have a feeling that there are pieces of music that kind of get come across music that sense stuff. Probably going to come across good. Parts of KTM are probably going to come across really good. So we'll have to
Word. Dinner time.
talk.
We're gonna get some tacos.
I mean, it's just a matter of I'm trying to ponder. I don't have any. I have 4 ribs in the fridge that I put in the microwave. Next to barbecue sauce.
Word.
Anywhere I fucking go.
Stepper rocks.
All right.
Well, Thursday. At the end of the wagons.
Huh? Yeah. Try to keep that in mind. There you guys go. Oh, shut up. That's pretty comprehensive. So, waiting for this all day, all weekend. Went in the direction I wasn't expecting. It's great. So Facebook Live is the best part. Facebook, yeah, time. So next time, next Monday, also there's a new song coming out called Future X, working with Joe and Article Studios. It's gonna be really awesome.